Hello. Welcome to the MyBoys podcast. I'm your host, Ezekiel Riolin, and
I'm Chris. I didn't know how to come.
What's up? I'm Ernie.
I didn't know how to follow up that, bro. Like, you set the bar too high.
I'm sorry.
So high.
Yeah, I don't know how to set it. I did set the bar a little high.
A little high. It's okay though. We're finding our way. This is only episode 3. We're finding our groove. I have no flow yet.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Maybe, or we won't.
Either way.
Either way, life goes on.
It's our podcast, and we're gonna do what we want with it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up, guys? It's Friday. It's windy. It's cold.
Yeah, it's hella windy.
I'm out here with a sweater and a jacket. I'm all doubled up. Got my beanie on.
Yeah, I got a sweater on too.
I'm so fucking warm, and I'm like kind of sweating now.
I'm sorry.
I'm feeling it now, but I came prepared for, our location here.
Yeah, our studio, our busted studio that we have here,
Studio
AKA,
nonetheless.
AKA the garage. It's actually like terrible place to record because of all the echo and the open space and
the background noise.
But this is the bottom, and
it's only one way up.
Only one way up. Thank you. And hopefully, it can't get worse than this.
Unless we're an oil rig and we're digging meters into the ground, then there's still...
Isn't that bad for the environment?
Crazy. Dude, did you see that an oil rig... I just saw a video the other day where an
blew up
oil
in the
rig...
ocean, like a ship blew up.
Yeah. And all this fucking oil spilled again,
Yeah,
but
it's just like
it spilled and it was catching on fire at the same time.
That's interesting.
Shut up.
But you know what? My paper straw. Saving the environment. One paper straw at a time.
No, it's not saving the environment. Saving the turtles.
Saving the turtles.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's the environment, man. Turtles are the environment.
Yeah.
They're part of the
They
ecosystem.
don't do shit for us.
Yeah, well, that's as far as you... I mean, as far as you know.
Have you ever...
What's their existence for? What do they
What's
do
your
for
existence
us?
for? What do you do for us?
Can we just talk about how turtle shells are used to hold my cereal? It's delicious. Have you ever had that?
What?
That's fucking illegal right there.
Cereal in a turtle shell?
No, where'd you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just making that shit up.
Oh. You almost had us.
Close.
I heard anything turtle shell is illegal.
Yeah, I'm
Like
pretty sure it is too.
Anything?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
Yeah.
why would you want to harm a turtle?
Well, okay, so I think what I've been told is that it's illegal to touch a turtle if you're swimming in the beaches of Hawaii. It's like a $10,000 fine if you touch a turtle.
You know what? I'll find out for us. I have a cousin who lives in Hawaii.
One of my homies in Hawaii is the one that told me, and I'm trying to remember if that's accurate.
All right. I'm gonna ask him.
But,
I'm gonna shoot him a quick text. I haven't talked to him in a couple months. It's really bad.
It's all good.
We're like pretty close, and we haven't talked since my birthday. Last 2 months ago.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's illegal to pet turtles on the beach while you're swimming?
In Hawaii.
It's gonna be a fine. So if you're swimming and let's say you're swimming and the wave, this turtle wants to ride the wave.
I should probably say hello and how are you doing first, huh?
Yeah, maybe. And this turtle rides the wave towards you, you still get fined. So I hear.
So we're gonna find out.
So I've been told.
I gotta make small talk first.
Do your thing.
He might call me. I'm gonna feel bad when I have to say no.
Oh, it is illegal.
Let's
I
go.
just Googled it.
Google's wrong sometimes.
Yeah, well, this is 3 forms, and
How much is the fine? How much is the fine?
It could range between 1,000 and 10,500.
Let's go!
For harassing a turtle.
harassing a turtle.
Harassing.
See? And what do they do for us? What do they do? Bitch, I can harass you and not get fined. What do you do for
Well,
me?
you can't rape the willing now, can you?
Well, nobody said anything about rape.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, harass and rape kind of fall into the same category.
That's a very deep end of that category. Jesus Christ, my guy.
And they have to define harassing.
Yeah.
Because technically, if you like pet it, that's technically still harassing because that's not natural to the turtle fucking getting pet by humans. It's supposed to just be free and not be pet.
Well, I wonder if the rule applies to other animals too.
I mean, if it's a natural occurrence, I'm sure it'll be fine.
What is a natural occurrence? What do you mean?
Like a bird fucking with it, or
No.
or like an orca,
I mean,
like fin slapping
like a
it.
fish comes in, and you're swimming and you pet the fish.
Yeah, but it's not a turtle.
But do you get like why? What makes the turtle so special that the other animals don't get that same treatment?
I'm pretty sure because like the fucking turtles are more
Endangered or something? Or
probably endangered. Yeah.
are they more sensitive?
Nah, I think just more endangered.
Are they the Karens of the
Of the
ocean? I'm just
no,
kidding.
they're more of like the Native Americans of the
Ah.
ocean. Oh, canceled. Hashtag canceled.
So is there a commander anywhere out there?
I just feel like I got like sniped in the middle. You know what? That actually brings up something I wanted to talk about.
Commanders.
No, we'll talk about commanders a little bit. But you just want to talk about cum, don't you?
You
Yes,
just
he
wanna.
does.
I wanted to talk. So I jotted like a little list down of things like I wouldn't mind talking about.
Let's do it.
And you just canceled me.
Let's do it anyway. Let's do it.
I want to know your takes on cancel culture.
Oh, okay.
Can we talk about that? That's not like
You're gonna get canceled.
controversial.
No, if we talk about it, I don't
No,
think
right?
it's not. You know.
No, I think it's like I feel like people. That's like a walking on eggshells type of thing, because people have like different interpretations of what cancel culture is,
Mm.
and like the causes for cancel culture,
Mm.
right? And does that only really? I don't know. I mean,
So
give me
so
your
let
take.
me.
Give me your take.
So what's your stance on it?
Cancel culture is. Let's see. What is it? No, I mean, like, I know what I think. I just want to put it into words. I don't think it works.
You don't think it works?
I don't think it works.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like for me, it's not so much about like canceling, but more about like consequences.
Mm.
Like it's like consequences for the things you say and do. You can't do anything you want. Like people think like freedom of speech, I can say whatever the fuck I want, but there's there's consequences still exist.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want, but when you get shit on, like you can't cry about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But like when people like are like, oh, cancel culture, like when I don't know, like a celebrity or an athlete like 10 years ago was saying like things they shouldn't be saying, whether it be like, you know, talking about like stereotypes of race, or saying like, I don't know, like homophobic slurs or racial slurs. Like, can you cancel someone for what they did 10 years ago? Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, in the past. But I guess it all depends on, like, the said actions. So I guess for me, I don't disagree with it, but I don't think it's effective.
Yeah.
No.
I think the message gets lost in, like...
That I can't fucking work after this.
I guess I just think it gets lost in like in like the mix of like everything that happens.
Mm.
So that's just my take.
What about you, sir? You said it doesn't work either.
Doesn't. See, going back to like what Chris said, if you were to cancel something that happened 10 years ago, why just a decade? Why stop there? Just, you know, go far as
Exactly. Why
slavery.
stop there? Let's fucking go, baby. Let's cancel all these bitches. Let's go. Let's cancel fucking George Washington, that slave owning
Exactly.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't work because it's part of our history. It's what's making us evolve.
Is it?
Well,
Are
I mean,
we evolving?
we're-
Anyways, continue.
Yes and no. I mean, I think it's coming to the point where it's bringing out some sissies out.
Some sis. Here we go. This is where I want to see. This is a nice little tangent. We can talk about those sissies in a little bit. But go ahead, Riolan.
This is interesting. I like this.
I mean, I like where it's going because I feel like me and Ernie kind of like lie on the same side, but like see things a little differently. So like, I want you to like elaborate more on your sissy comment in a little bit. I just want to see where he lies so we can elaborate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so let me admit, I have to like bless myself because this is heavy. I don't know how to do it anymore.
It's okay.
Okay, so cancel culture. One, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that Ernie, for example, Ernie and his group of people on Twitter can come at me, who we're at like the same level. We're not fucking celebrities or we're not famous or anything like that. His group of people can come out and tell me like, oh, like you're canceled. I'm gonna call your job. I'm gonna tell them that you're racist. Blah 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 blah. And then like now I'm out of a job. Now I can't like afford to like feed my family. I can't afford my bills anymore because I'm out of a job.
Mm-hmm.
And this circulated in the internet. So now if I try to move over like 5-10 miles away or like a commute,
Keep moving, man.
Yeah, I gotta keep moving up until like I find my sweet spot of like, oh well, they didn't hear.
They don't have good internet over here, so
yeah, so we're good, right? So I don't like this. Like, this is like the end of your career for us normal people. Now going into like a celebrity level, like now they're out of their career. Like that's their career. That's their job too. So why the fuck? First of all, cancel culture started with like the famous celebrities. Why the fuck did it come to reach down to me? I don't have any fucking huge following. I don't have any sort of fame. So, like you said earlier, why isn't freedom of speech being honored here? Yeah, I said something fucked up, but did I mess somebody's reputation? No. I just fucking, just call him an asshole or calling them the F word or...
I don't know if you necessarily get canceled for calling someone an asshole. You gotta like do something.
Well, like calling them the F word or like faggot or like retarded, like I'm getting canceled, right? Like we can't use those words anymore.
They're kind of they're derogatory.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but like, I mean, I get what you're saying. So let me just like, I'm gonna just play devil's advocate a little bit.
Yeah,
and you know what? And I kind of fall on. I guess there's a little truth behind it too. I guess I fall on this side, which is why I'm gonna just play devil's advocate a little.
Yeah, go for it. Dude.
Like you're saying, like as a normal person, like it shouldn't follow you to your. I agree. Like it shouldn't. I agree to a degree, to an extent, because yeah, it shouldn't like affect the rest of your life, type of thing. Like now your livelihood is in jeopardy because like now you lose your job. Now how are you gonna pay for your bills and all this other bullshit? But like at the same time, like I guess it depends on what you did.
Yeah.
Like if you went out of your way to call someone like the N word or like the F word or you know what I mean, like if you went out of your way to do that, like you think there's no consequences? Like that was your consequence for being like an asshole.
So
for
thing
going
is,
out of your way to like make someone feel like shit. Now your consequence is like you're shit out of luck out of your job.
But cancel culture is like the death penalty. Do I deserve the death penalty for that? I mean, I'll take like a month or two in prison, but like not the death penalty. Like, do I deserve being on death row for...
I mean, I see what you're saying. I mean, I don't think it goes... I don't know if it goes to that extent all that often.
And let's just be honest here. Or just... Freedom of speech, generally, yes, you have freedom of speech. But the only thing that you're not protected under freedom of speech is slander.
Yeah.
So you can't fuck around and fuck somebody's reputation up, which is cancel culture. You're ruining this person's reputation, one, and two, you're ruining their career.
I think it's more like, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know the fucking First Amendment, but like, you're not allowed to like defamation. You're not allowed to like make shit up to ruin their lives. Yeah, if you're just stating the facts that that said person is like a racist, or like, you know what I mean? He's all these lists of things that we don't like. Like, it's not necessarily like ruining their life. You're just stating facts that they don't like, a certain type of race, or they don't like women, or they don't like like they're homophobic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't like. I mean, it's not necessarily like ruining their life. Like, they are openly, or, you know what I mean? They're clearly openly like that. So, like, is that like ruining their life if you're just putting a spotlight on it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point. And also, if they have freedom of speech to be racist and to be cunts, and we get rid of their freedom of speech, then what happens to our freedom of speech, to the ones that we're actually like using our freedom of speech for good? If we cancel, this is like a double-sided sword. If we cancel these neo-Nazis, don't get me wrong, they're fucking filthy pigs. If we cancel neo-Nazis and we tell them, hey, you can't do that, you can't be marching down the street with your Confederate flags and your Nazi flags, then what happens to the freedom of speech for a gay pride? Then what happens to the freedom of speech of like us, where we can try to create a podcast and talk about this shit? So like freedom of speech, then
there's a difference between like freedom of speech and like hate speech,
and there's that's still protected under freedom of speech.
I don't know,
and it fucking sucks.
I don't know if hate speech is protected under freedom of speech. Is
like
it?
I can spit on. I have the right to say, fuck the police, and fuck military, and burn the flag. And they also have the freedom to have the fucking Confederate flag and have this like neo-Nazi flag, and it's fucked up.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're both protected under this one thing. As evil as it is, it's still freedom of speech.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate it. Don't get me wrong. I fucking hate it. But I understand. Like, well, you're protected. I'm protected. You know? Just don't cross that line bringing that shit over here and, like, trying to fuck up my living situation. Because then we'll have a problem. So keep that shit on that side. You know?
I see.
So that's my take on that. Like, okay. And so that's my take. One, why does it have to be a death penalty? Why can't it just be like, just fucking ban the account for a couple months?
Ban the account.
Yeah, like ban the account.
I mean, but that's kind of like, take it back. Like, it's cancel culture, I guess. Then, like, if you're familiar with like history, like a little bit of history, like during like, I think it was the Cold War. I could be wrong, but we hate communists here in America for not understanding what communism is, and McCarthyism was like the basically cancel culture in itself. Like, if I say Ernie is a communist, like that's a death penalty. He's going to prison. He's losing his job. Like, we had like a lot of people. Like, I mean, there was a lot of people then, like in Hollywood, in like positions of power, like being like, "Oh, you're a commie," therefore, like, and they just believe it. I mean, like, "Oh, he is okay." Boom, gone.
And that's the thing too. That's
so,
what
it's kind of like.
That's exactly
similar.
what it is. Like, oh, this person is a fucking asshole, and he said this racist thing. She said this racist thing.
Yeah.
Now you get all these people. They're like, yeah, fuck that guy.
And
then it's like, oh, canceled.
Right.
Versus like there was no like process, there was no trial, there was none of this. They were just like, well, you fucked up, and you go.
But
death
if
penalty.
the facts are there,
I mean, true. But was there a trial? Was there a due process?
I mean, so like it's not to the point where it was a crime. So they didn't commit a crime, but like you can still punish them. I don't know.
Also, there's context.
No, for sure. Context is important. Context is very
like
important.
this whole like Me Too movement too, of like, oh, I'm gonna fucking cancel this person for sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is a piece of shit. Yes, I agree. Rape fucking sucks. I agree. But what if you get that fucked up like reader in the court? You're like, Your Honor, she said no. He said please. She said no. He said why not? She said no. That fucking sucks. Because she said no 3 times and he kept insisting. But was it really like that, or was it like a no? Stop.
I see what you're saying. I was wondering where you were going with this.
And you're just like, come on, baby, like, you know. And she's like, well, no. And then you do a little bit more convincing, and then she's finally like, all right, let's do it. You know,
I guess
you convinced me.
Put it in me.
Go for it. Let's do this together. So at first, it was like, but now in court it's like, no, please stop. And in bed it's like, no, please stop it. Like, is that really a direct no?
I mean, no means no. Have you ever heard? No means no.
I mean, yeah, but after some
also
convincing,
no means yes.
I've also heard of playing hard to get. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
sexual harassment is trash. We do not condone it.
Exactly. And rape is trash.
Oh, absolutely.
We don't condone it.
Consent.
Consent, please.
Ernie, you can touch my wiener. That's consent.
Consent.
I am touching it right now.
And if she was like, no, and she still took some convincing, and you get a bad court reader person, you're fucked.
You're fucked. Yes.
So, yeah, there's also context to all of that. So
yeah, context is important. But you know what? Like, there's another, like, little side to this. And then Ernie was saying, like, there's a lot of soft... No, it's not soft people. Is that what you said?
Soft people.
Sissiness is what he said. Like I think of like all the terms I thrown around on like social media, like like snowflakes and shit like that. So that's what I was thinking right now. But like, I know a lot of people think like that. Like, oh, people are so sensitive now.
Yeah.
Everyone's so like sissy, snowflakes, blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. So I want to hear that side.
Please elaborate.
Elaborate
sir.
more.
Well, dude.
He's like, fuck. I'm on the spot.
Hopefully I don't let some of you down.
Oh, well, Carlos.
Take a puff, sir.
No,
this is going to be deep.
like for instance.
Shout out.
For instance, like let's say like cancel culture happens now. Mm-hmm. 10 years ago, there was a slang word called the N-word that was softly used or hardly used, very hard used, and it was okay. Now, because of the whole George Floyd situation, now that's a very big no-no.
I don't think it was. Go ahead.
It came more into light in my aspect when that happened.
In your experience.
In my experience. Man.
I mean,
I could be wrong, could not. But I feel like I saw it more now after that. To where like, oh, that's bad. Like, people, artists, everyone that used to say it people are just going way back into their time, to their timeline when they were saying that word freely, to where now it's just like, well, this guy was racist back then when he wasn't. Mm. So that's the aspect of them trying to cancel them because of racism or anything in that aspect.
So you just mean like people are just more sensitive to like
just
slurs
words.
and like just like your I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't call it general vocabulary because it's not something you typically have to use in your everyday life. You know what I mean? It's not like something like that. Like the N-word's not something you have to use in general at all.
No.
But I see people say like, oh, people are so sensitive, blah blah blah, and like you can't say this or that, or you can't like make a joke, you can't make a homophobic joke anymore, or you can't make a racist stereotype joke. And it's just like, I don't know if it's necessarily like sensitivity, is more so like acknowledging that it's not right to begin with. But I don't know. I mean, I like to think like society evolves and adapts to find out what's good and no longer good. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, like,
go
ahead. Sorry.
Sorry to interrupt you,
You're
but
good.
like being like hanging around with a lot of people that would say that word, and I myself would use that word with those people playing basketball and like hanging out with them in the park and whatnot, and hanging around with them in like the neighborhood and stuff. Like I would say it, and this was like 10, 15 years ago whenever I was in high school. So back in that day, yeah, it was like I was somewhat a part of the group, and it was like I was given that pass to say it. But now, like, I'm not a part of that group anymore, so do I still have that pass? Like, I don't think I do. You know? So it's like, it's also in the context of who I'm saying it with. Like, if I'm still with my homies and I'm still with those friends that we say it freely, it's accepted. But if I'm just saying it outside of that context where I technically don't have that pass, then it's like, dude, why would you? That's not okay. Like, we can call each other like Beaner, Webback, whatever. This is what it is. But like outside of that context, and I'm like, hey, Beaner, and they're like, who the fuck? I ain't your friend, you know. So.
But I mean, it just goes in the terms of words, wording. But then there's also, like Chris said, like jokes. Like, everyone's okay with the good gay joke here and then.
I don't know anymore. See what I mean? Like, that's
what I'm saying. Now you're scared because of cancel culture.
It's not necessarily scared. It's just more like
people calling you out.
No, I don't think so. Like, for me, it's more like, you know what? Like, I've made like insensitive jokes in the past. You know, because when you're young and like, I mean, to me, it's more like young and dumb, and you think things are funny. You're trying to be funny, especially when you're with friends or like in a social setting. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, I've probably made some like gay jokes in the past, but like now, for me, like now, it's just like, it might be funny to me, but like, what if someone is hearing that and they're just like, oh fuck, like they think it's funny at my expense, like it's funny at my expense. Like, to whose expense is this joke going to be funny to? Yeah. Like, someone's going to be on the butt end of a joke, right? And like I don't know, I just don't think like those type of jokes are necessary anymore. Like, you don't know who can, like, for example, like someone who's gay, like, you don't know who's gay. Some people don't come out. Some people, like, I have had family that just recently came out, and like, dude, 2022, sorry. Like, you would think people are more comfortable being open about it, but they're not, and it sucks. So like, there could be people like shit our age that are still struggling with it, and you know what I mean. And then there's also like, I don't know, like the N-word. Like, I'm not gonna like say I didn't say it when I was younger. Like, I feel like everyone has said it when they were younger. It never felt right, because I always felt like I'm not a white boy, but like I look like a white boy, so I always felt like the white boy trying to like sound cool or something. So it never felt right coming out of my mouth.
But you see, the difference is we're not famous, so we can't get culture canceled. Cancel culture. Whatever the term is. But like, what about like all these comedians? You know, and like you go out there and you pay for their show, and they
like that's their literal job is to say jokes.
Say jokes, and
I mean,
could you cancel them at that point?
As a professional, you have to like adjust your material. Like,
but you're a comedian, so
yeah, you're a comedian. But if that shit's not funny anymore, come up with something. You shouldn't have your material as a comedian shouldn't be the same shit, anyways. You know what I mean? If your material's the same shit, then you're not a good comedian, anyways. So like, I mean, you had one hit and you were trying to write it and you wrote it too long.
So I mean, there's that whole Dave Chappelle spiel.
That is, you know what? I can't even talk about Dave Chappelle just because I never listened to him. I never watched his shit. I never consumed any of his content. Like, growing up, nothing. Like, I never watched him. So I'm
just gonna put pause on this fucking podcast and we're gonna go watch some Dave Chappelle.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So like, I can't even like talk about. I can't even make a comment about that because I don't know what the fuck is that.
You don't have to know his comedy, but you know his situation.
Yeah, like it was like something about like transphobic or some shit like that. Like, okay, so like I feel like in that sense, I don't know. You know what? You said it. It's a double-edged sword.
I follow a lot of comedians, and I feel like I really like comedy, so I just hate that. I hate that comedians were held up to a standard on like shit and dick jokes and gay jokes and whatever fucking joke that was coming about, and they were being held to some fucking stupid. I was about to say the word stupid standard, And while we had a president like Trump, whether or not I support that bastard, like, he was saying our president was saying complete like nonsense, And the people were just like, yeah, whatever. But our comedians were like doing like a trans joke, and they're like, oh, burn him on the stake. Like, there's that like double standard too.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's fucked up, because this is your profession, is to make shit and dick jokes, and I'm getting upset that you're making shit and dick jokes. And going back to like what Chappelle said, he has a special where he's talking about like two different settings where he's making a trans joke, and after the show a trans person came up to him and she was like crying. She's like, wow, like I really took offense to that, blah blah blah, like how dare you. And he was just like, oh well, on to the next show. And he did the same trans joke, and several trans people came up after the show and told him like, dude, like that shit was funny, like I related to it and it was funny. Like, thank you.
This is where we go back into the sissy mode.
So it's like, it's more like he was like, this is why I do it, is to make everybody laugh, you know? And he said he even had a friend who was trans, and he or she, don't remember, I think it was she.
They.
She was like really defending him. And was like, dude, like, it's just a joke. Like, fucking relax. Like, dude, I'm trans and I'm okay with it. I mean, some of it, he does, you know, I'm like, like, it's whatever. Like, it was an okay joke, whatever. Too real. But other ones, I'm like, dude, that shit was funny. Mm-hmm. And she was, like, constantly defending him. And finally, her own community pushed her to the edge where she ended up killing herself.
Mm. I remember hearing something like that. I just didn't know the details.
So that was part of his latest special where he shared that story.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
So it's just like, dude, like, and Carlos Mencia said this shit like, I don't know how many years ago. He's like, you know what? I'm going to keep making these like whatever joke I can think of, because I'm going to say whatever I'm going to say if it's about the LGBT community or not. Because if you guys can... He said it like this. He said, if you can take a dick, you can take a joke. And I was like, damn. Like, ease up a little bit then, you know? Mm-hmm. So it was like, that was sort of eye-opening, because I'm like, dude, like, he does got a point. Like, dude, it's a joke. Like, relax, you know? I'm a professional jokester. Like, you're really going to get mad at me? You know?
You're paying to see a fucking
you know this comedian's material before you sign up.
For the most part, I think you should know at the very least. I mean, especially like big names like that.
And if you're getting offended by what he's saying, then were you really a fan?
Right.
Am I really gonna pay to go see fucking like Let Live, and I'm upset that he played the one song that I didn't like? If you're a fan, you're a fan. You're gonna sing to all of his shit. You know?
You're just gonna bypass that one thing that you didn't like, and you're just gonna move on.
You know what? I think I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go mosh pit. I don't kind of want to like this song. I'll recompose after this one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I do agree that I feel like comedians have like a difficult. They have to like I said earlier, like they have to like come up with new material and to like the standard of like society and like what's right and what's wrong, and like comedians have always like pushed the bar to see how far they can go before like, you know, they cross a line, and like there's that. And I understand. I kind of see the point of view from like if you're going to see this comedian, you should at the very least know what you're getting into. Like you should be familiar with his content or his material, to where like you know that something might bother you, then maybe you shouldn't support it, you shouldn't go, whatever it is. But I also like understand like are they like sissies for like being offended and having feelings, and like they're making a joke at the expense of like shit that people go through, hardships that people go through. I know they probably make jokes about hardships that everybody's probably gone through, but like, can you fault somebody who's offended by it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. I think I can get behind that.
So like, I guess it's more like it's just got to be some sort of like understanding, and that's why I think like cancel culture gets like, that's why I don't think it works. Like, it should be less about canceling and more about like trying to communicate, educate, communicate, and like any other kind of Kate. You know what I mean? Like
fornicate.
Probably not.
Canceled.
Canceled. And this is our last episode, guys. Goodbye. Ernie's been let go. So yeah, I mean that's kind of where my point of view. So and then like really quick to get back to the sissy thing, like when people say like, oh, people are so soft, it's just like I don't necessarily feel like I understand when things can like sound so like just kind of tiring to hear like, oh fuck, someone else is offended by this. Oh great, someone else has fucking got something to say about this. But at the same time, like I don't know, like for so long it's been such a like a you need to suppress your feelings and you can't feel a type of way, you know, and I feel like it's people are more comfortable with like feeling things, you know what I mean, getting in touch with their emotions. So like I don't know, it's almost like unhealthy in my opinion to not be sensitive, you know what I mean.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, go for it.
I really do think we are sensitive, but also look at the shit that we're watching, dude. Like our social media is fucked. Like the amount of traumatic events that come out on our social media, decapitation videos, another person getting fucking run over, protests, people dying at protests, people dying at riots, world news, tsunamis, earthquake, natural disasters, like all of this shit is
present.
Going through our social media, and we're seeing this. I don't know how many
emotion.
hours of a day you're on social media, but my shit says 4 hours a fucking day somehow. So in 4 hours of the day, I'm seeing like all this negative shit. And if I don't feel for this, then I'm a piece of shit because all of these people are dying. So now I'm not human if I don't feel for this. So I'm constantly, it's almost like everything's apocalyptic.
So here's my question to you. Do you feel like the media is controlling you?
In a sense, yes, but in a sense, no, because they're not controlling my emotions.
But they're
flooding my timeline with all this shit, all this negative shit that if, as a human, I'm not feeling sad, then I'm a fucking psycho.
Are you? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not. Well, if I see like a dead baby, am I not supposed to like, oh well, look at that, another dead baby, scroll up.
No, for
you're
sure.
A psycho,
you know what I'm saying?
You didn't have emotion.
You didn't have
exactly.
You didn't drop a like.
Exactly. I didn't RT this missing person. Now I'm a fucking.
Yeah, I feel like that. Like fuck, I must be an asshole for like just scrolling past like a retweet or like a repost, and I'm just like fuck. I do feel like an asshole.
And it's like we have to feel for everything that's coming up on the timeline, or else we feel that way.
Yeah, I guess. Damn, I didn't think about it too much like that. Like, cause it's true, it is flood. Dude, I saw someone die on Twitter like 2 weeks ago. That shit made me feel like throwing up, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And like I knew it wasn't gonna be a good ending because obviously they it was like on a Channel 7 tweet. They're like graphic, do not watch.
And you were like,
and you would still watch.
And I still fucking watched. And I was watching. I was like, oh god.
That's
don't
reverse
watch.
psychology right there.
Don't
for
watch.
You.
Yeah.
Like it was like this dude on a bike, like fucking like it was a high speed chase, and he was on a fucking motorcycle, and he was like zooming through the fucking streets of LA, and like he fucking like hit a car that he in an intersection, and it was his red light, but he was obviously like running from the cops, and he fucking hit a car, and his body split. And I wanted like we were playing Fortnite that night too, dude. And like I went quiet for a little while, and I was like, I want to throw up and cry right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was so like brutal, dude.
Yeah,
so brutal, and I felt so shit. It was actually the first time I mean, social media has made me feel shitty before. Like don't get me wrong, but never like that. Like oh my god, dude, I wanted to like just like.
There was a time when we were still in high school and gory videos would come up every single day.
Dude, those cartel decapitation videos had me fucked up.
I never saw any of that, but I knew it was around. I never like.
Yeah,
I
got to watch a couple of those. I was like, ooh, why did I watch that?
Yeah, shit's brutal. Social media is brutal, man.
So like, and it just goes back to like, we have to feel for everything, and if we don't, we feel like fucking assholes, psychos, and we feel shitty for not feeling that way.
Yeah, I suppose.
You know?
I mean, I feel like we're in control of that, though. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, when you say, like, does media control you? Like, it doesn't control me, but they control, like, the content.
Yeah.
So they have control over what I'm watching, but it doesn't have control of, like, me per se.
Over your actions,
Yeah, I can choose to, like, delete all my social media, and I do want to, but I just can't because, like, Twitter is just like a fucking disease, dude.
And that's the one I love the most.
It's not a disease, it's crack, and I can't get away from Twitter. I can probably live with everything else. Twitter, I don't know, man. It's where I get all my news, not all my news sources, but like it's where I see like headlines, and where I follow my sports, and where like you guys, you know, your diary. It's your diary. You know what I mean? So it's like I gotta know what's going on with your life.
I use Twitter for the same thing.
Can I just say that my last tweet was, I'll tell you right now.
All right.
Personal diary. Personal public diary. You ever farted so hard you cracked your back?
I did. You know what? I did see that. I scrolled right past
that.
So yeah.
I wasn't gonna like it or retweet it because then that's gonna.
It's an agreement.
Put that spotlight on me.
Yeah. So you too, huh?
It felt good.
I didn't like it because it's never happened to me. So I couldn't agree with it.
You couldn't relate.
So
I've sneezed and cracked my back. However, we'll talk about this a little bit, but just finishing up with our previous topic.
Yeah.
I don't think sensitivity is bad. Like most people try to make it seem like.
Can we say that hypersensitivity is bad?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't go to say that's bad, but it's definitely not great.
Too much of everything.
Quote unquote toxic.
It can be. Yeah. It definitely can be.
Too much of something is bad.
I don't think like hypersensitive, because I don't know if people can actually control that, like being hypersensitive. If they're hypersensitive, that's it's like ingrained. It's in their coding. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's how they're mentally are. Yeah. So I don't like to like necessarily like shame people for being like a certain way, because I don't know.
That's how they are.
It's just how they are. Like I think mental, like. The mental state of people is it's that in itself is a sensitive, like, topic and discussion, and everyone's different, and some people are very sensitive, and some people deal with like their like anxieties and their like I don't know, like
personal issues.
Yeah, their issues like differently, and they feel differently. Everyone feels a certain way, and I think it's like now to the point, and like social media is also like it almost enhances like those feelings, because it's at the tip of our fingers. Like it's easier for people to be, I guess, sensitive, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I feel like us as a generation, we got to grow up in like an era where like technology wasn't at the tip of our fingers, and now it is. So we got to see how people dealt with
and without it.
Exactly, with and without it, like how people dealt with things weren't that big of a deal, like saying, words and like slangs, because it wasn't like thrown on the computer screen and on your phone and things like that. So it wasn't getting around, but now it is. And I feel like now is more like an understanding of like what is good and what is not good.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, there's like pros and cons to it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like just before in general, like feelings and emotions were not expressed properly, and that's why we have a lot of like, I don't know, not emotionally constipated people. It wasn't okay to show your emotions, especially if you were like, I don't know, like if you were like a guy, for example, like you weren't allowed to like, or it wasn't manly or masculine to express your emotions and your feelings and feel a type of way.
Do you feel the same?
Not so much anymore. I think I did like early in my like early adulthood.
Like that's not man enough.
Yeah, like young adulthood. I feel like I was always like an emotional person. I just know how to like, not hide it, but like
deal with it. Or
I guess I don't know how to deal with it. I think I knew how to deal with it a little more when I was younger. Now I'm a little more like. Now I feel very emotional. As like almost like a 30-year-old, like I feel like there's like certain things I'm like, oh shit, man, that shit makes me want to tear up. I don't know why.
And when you're in public and you feel like that, do you feel like, oh shit, I should hide these emotions because I'm in public?
Kinda, but I feel like that's like a public thing. I wouldn't be so.
So can you be open and sensitive only in your
if it's a
own environment?
Not necessarily. I think if it's like a person, like if someone like I know personal, if I'm at work or something, and like I feel a type of way, and someone I know who knows me on like a somewhat of a personal level, I feel like I'd be able to open up still. You know what I mean? I'd be able to like express some of those feelings to kind of like, you know, like let some of it out of the jar. You know what I mean? Yeah. You wanted to say something.
I think I just wear my heart on my sleeve. Honestly,
you're very open.
I'm just open. I really, since like high school, I'm trying to be transparent. I told myself, you need to be transparent. Like it doesn't matter who you're with, where you're at.
That's not easy.
And it's really not easy because sometimes
it can come off like brutally honest. Sometimes
it's not really that. It's more like, do I have to put a facade on right now? Because I haven't put on a facade in such a long time. Do I have to do that right now? Ugh, I do have to do that right now. Fuck, I don't know how to do that. All right. And, like, having to, like you said, put this shit in a jar now. Like, you have the, let the jar off a little bit versus
almost
me.
Like you're
I'm like, damn, I have to contain it in.
Letting out a fart. You know what I mean? Like, you're holding it in. Yeah. You're so gassy, you're holding it in, but you you let a little one out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when you finally release it, your back cracks.
No. and me, I was like, fuck, I've been farting this whole time. I'm not going to suck this shit back into my asshole, dog. Like, that's not going to work for me. And, yeah, that's me. I'm too transparent. I don't know if like whether or not that is a bad thing. Like I'm at that point where it's like I'm not gonna stop for you.
I think it's definitely a good trait to be transparent.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna put my best foot forward either, but I'm not gonna put my worst foot out there. It's just like, this is my 2 feet, dog. If you don't like it, then that's what it is. This is what, like, I have my shitty days. I have my best days. Mm-hmm. Work with me.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was fucking perfect either. I'm not the best at this shit either, but I know you aren't the best one either, so let's just work this shit out together. Like, sometimes I get into that, like, attitude where I'm just like, dude, just fucking take the fucking mask off. All right. Now, can we relax now?
You're kind of ugly. Well, you know.
We're here together.
We're here together. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So, speaking of masks, moving on to a different subject, if you're okay with it.
Go for it. Sorry.
This mask mandate going on in LA. Rams are coming in. The governor is is the governor? Yeah, the governor.
I didn't know this was a political podcast.
It's not. It's all over the thing. But with the governor pictures coming out without a mask at a game, how do you feel about that shit?
I mean, homie fucked up a long time ago anyway.
Plenty of times.
Yeah, he was like, hey, everybody stay home. And like 2 days later, he was at like...
He's out partying.
Yeah, he's at some dinner with like 15 people. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to like go out and say... I don't know.
He fucking up. He gonna stay fucking up.
Cause we fucking up too though. Like the interesting thing is like when people were I remember when he did that. When you talked about like he like made this mask mandate and then he then had a dinner and he had like a bunch of people over.
No, he did the fucking lockdown.
Yeah, something
and
like
that. And then that happened.
Yeah, like weeks or months later. But then like for me it was just like I understand why you guys are mad, but like don't act like y'all are following this lockdown and mandate too. Like you're not. You're doing the same thing he's doing. So why are y'all mad? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean like I still wear my mask when I go out.
I mean I do too. Guys, like I do too. And I do it mostly for I have a new baby. You know what I mean? He doesn't got an immune system that can like fight off this new disease and not this new virus and shit. So I do it for his safety. And then like my parents are a little older, so I do it for them too. Mm-hmm. But like that was my thing. It's like when people were getting mad, like, oh my god, he's going out doing this shit. Like, well, weren't you just going out doing shit too? Like, why are you mad? Mm-hmm. I understand why you're mad because it's like this it's this double standard.
Yeah.
And it's like it's hypocritical.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of like when your mom like told you like, no, you can't go out with your friends, and then like she's gonna go out with her friends. Mm-hmm. Like mom and dad, you told me like you just kind of I don't know the way I see it is like I probably shouldn't see it this way, but like the government like for what it like they're basically mom and dad, and we're the goddamn kids. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like I don't like that, and people might not like that how I said it, and maybe I'm wrong for thinking it that way, but it's just kind of the way it fucking is. So like I'm not gonna like be all fucking pissed pissy about it and like make this my fucking like personality on social media and rant about this fucking guy. Like, it is what it is. You're gonna do your own shit anyway, so why are you mad? Like, you know what I mean?
My take on it is just, I really wish that we could have all banded fucking together, like good fucking humans. I had too much faith in humanism.
Humanity.
And like, I was just like, dog, like, dude, like, this is a pandemic, bro. Like, we're all gonna get together. We're gonna get through this. And everybody was like, every man for themselves. And I was like, God damn, that sucks.
God damn.
God damn. These sons of bitches. You know? And I didn't take a fucking political stand like, oh, you're a Trumpster if you're not wearing a mask, and you're a fucking this person if you do wear a mask. Like, I didn't give a shit about like the political agenda that happened with masks.
But you were categorized.
But I was just like, dude, like, I just want us to band together and like the old days, and like just band together, beat this thing, and we're on to our more normal lives.
There's no normal life.
And it was just like, and everybody was just like, every man for themselves, and I was like, fuck, that sucks. And I was like, all right, well, every man for themselves, so chop chop, baby. Let's go fucking fuck some people up at Walmart to get our meat.
You think this shit will ever go away?
I mean,
or
I'm
is
sure
this a
it
new
will.
normal? Wearing masks out, 100% your COVID card everywhere you go.
Oh, you were just in LA yesterday.
I was in LA yesterday. Yeah.
And they were they like strict on it?
They
Like,
were very.
on it?
They were, yes and no. So like, it was very. This is where, like I say, like this is very. Like, stupid of me, because like, they would say, "Show me your vaccine card. Here's a mask." You walk in, they expect to see you in a mask, and then you could take it off 3 seconds later. So it was for a freaking 30-second walk, and then you were free. So what was the whole point of a mask? What was the whole point
did
of
it inconvenience you?
It's kind of an inconvenience when you got to reach into your pocket and pull out that card, or remember to take that card with you.
But like,
this is the part where I was like, we need to band together, and he's like, nah, fuck that.
but like, it's 30 seconds, dog.
Is it a restaurant?
No. I went to the now called the Crypto Arena.
I went to Staples Center.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean,
No, I get that. Like, oh man, I gotta show my goddamn vaccine card and all this other bullshit.
it's kind of like you're going to the border, you're fucking showing your fucking passport. Like, that's one thing to be okay with, but like, I have to fucking go somewhere and show you my vaccine card.
Well, that's another thing. Is just like you were inconvenienced for 30 seconds, bro. Like,
no, the inconvenience starts when you have to remember at your home to fucking take your card. Because what if you're already like out there in LA and you're like, fuck, I forgot my card.
that's your fault, dog.
Yeah, but I
You
mean,
truly
should
are
that be a
fucked.
fucking
No, my
mandate
vaccine card's on my phone, man.
Mine is too, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, dog.
phone's battery could die.
Oh, you know you're not gonna let your phone battery down.
You know
you're not gonna let your battery
you
down.
charging that
No.
shit on the way over
You grow
there.
up and you get your vaccines, your whole record, your vaccine record.
Yeah.
Do you show that shit?
Well, no, because we don't have like polio disease anymore.
Exactly. So I mean,
We're still in a pandemic, though.
but is
Like,
it
I
really?
get what you're saying. Like,
I see what you're saying.
why
too.
the
I'm just
fuck are
fucking
you
with
putting this like rule and like not enforcing it?
I get that. Like, I'm not like I'm just pushing your buttons.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you too.
Like, it's
Because
just
I already know you're like listening to like Joe Rogan on the way over here.
No, actually, counts Joe Rogan.
Shit. No, I get you though, and that just goes back to like, oh, like fuck the governor, like he's making us go on a lockdown, and then he's over there partying, and then same thing with what you're saying, like you're gonna fucking have me do this vaccine card, have me do this fucking mask, and then I can take it off as soon as I like walk in. What the fuck? Really? This is what we're doing? So you're protecting me, but you're not enforcing it. That sucks.
I mean, that makes them not liable at this point, right?
That's true.
They're covering their grounds enough to not be liable.
That's true.
If someone be like, I got COVID while I was at Staples Center.
I gave you a mask, I checked your record.
Exactly, I checked everything. That's not our fault. We did it. We did all the measures we had to make sure that we're covered. And that's all it is. That's all businesses want to do is just make sure that their fucking their asses are covered.
So if you get COVID,
That's all on you.
then that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want you to be like, well then fuck that because I got it there, and we're gonna be like, did you wear a mask? And you're like, nah, fuck that because
we gave you a mask. So
they set you up for success.
It's
and expect you to fail because they know you.
No, you know you. They gave you the mask. They said keep it on. Well, we're not gonna come around and make you keep it on, but keep it on.
And it's like
when when your mom and dad tell you like go clean your room. I'm not gonna go check your room, but you better have your room clean, and then you didn't clean your room because you knew they were gonna come back and check.
Well, my parents did come back and check.
Oh, but you know what? Your parents are not the government. That's why. And your parents give a shit about you.
Yeah.
For sure, man. That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. I don't know.
It's just the world we live in now.
It is the world we live in. And then, you know, that's another thing. It's just like it's the world we live in now. We've been in a pandemic for 2 years. Like, would it kill you to wear a mask?
Yeah, actually would.
I'll breathe with it. Apparently,
dude. Okay, so when we first started wearing masks, right? Like one of my family members, they were like, I can't breathe in this, and like giving me that whole like script, and I was like, I gotta wear this shit for 8 hours. You gotta wear this shit for 8 hours. Put the fucking mask on. Like, god damn you. Yeah, you know,
bro. I was double masked at work all the time.
That's so.
I'd wear like the paper one or whatever the fuck that one is, and then like my cloth one, just cause like I was like
yeah.
Why not?
Just for the design.
Yeah, like the aesthetic. It was a clean look with the black cloth mask over and my suit and everything.
You said safety first, but presentable second.
Exactly.
I didn't like the mask shaming though. Like, I have my fucking mask on. Why are you telling me to wear two?
Oh, really?
Like I was getting mask shamed.
Really?
For only wearing one layer.
Really?
Mask.
I've never seen that. I understand. Like when you said mask shaming, I understood it as like the people who didn't wear a mask.
No. Like we're all wearing a mask, and they were like,
"We're a double mask."
We're a double mask. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like,
I've never experienced that.
We're already wearing a mask. Like, what's the second one gonna do?
My previous employer, the department I was in, they would make us triple mask. Yeah, that's the department that we were in.
I've seen somebody do a triple mask. Yeah. And they were like walking around like their shit didn't stink.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, like relax.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so they had us wear the paper mask, the aesthetics mask, and then the face shield.
God damn, yeah. Yeah, well, it is what it is, right?
It is. It's the life we live. It's the life we live now. It's the world we live in. And you know what, man? At this point, like I was always like, man, I can't wait for this shit to end. Can't wait for this shit to end. I'm just accepted. It's probably not going to end for a while, if ever. I'm just trying to do my part, and that's it.
How did the plague die?
I second that.
I don't fucking know, dude. I wasn't there. Probably, I don't know, vaccines. Science
people
probably
were getting masked up.
The Spanish flu, they were getting masked up, right? That's why I started to see shit around like they were masked up for the Spanish flu when people were trying to compare this to the Spanish flu and shit like that. And people were like, they didn't fucking carry the Spanish flu and big look at that. And then there's like pictures of like them wearing masks and then pulling signs being like, wear a mask.
Even
I don't know if that shit is real. Like,
even in China, dude, like it's common courtesy if you get sick, wear a mask to work or like in public.
This is just like, and that's just like general.
Before
like,
pandemic.
No pandemic. Like, if you're sick, they wear masks.
And I'm like, dude, why didn't we fucking think of that shit?
Because we don't give a shit about people. We only give a shit about ourselves.
See, like the shit that we didn't see, people that were coming from China in the China buses and the tour buses, 2 cabs on Alice, they were all masked up. Were they predicting something?
No,
it's just the fucking thing.
It was common courtesy, bro. They were one of them was probably
yes, but he just said because they were sick.
No, but he's talking about generally. You just missed what he said completely.
I thought he spaced out.
He spaced the fuck out.
I probably did.
Like they so I understood it as like because I work at the mall a lot, so I see them a bunch. I'm sure you see them in the casino a lot too, right? Or they not go to the casino? I don't know. I'm sure they like making money over there.
And a lot of them would still wear masks pre-pandemic.
Yeah, so they do it. I think I understood it as like they do it because like to adjust to the air here and over there, it does like a number on them apparently. Mm-hmm. So they wear masks so that they don't have to fucking like, so that the adjustment between there and here isn't so like brutal on them. And also because if like they don't want to get sick or they believed in masks before it was a thing basically. So no, they didn't have like going on over there. That's just what they did generally. If they were they had a cold, they'd wear a mask so that they want to get everyone else sick, and vice versa.
Can I just say?
Can you?
That in the first Iron Man, first or second Iron Man, one of those two, he's like, I think it's the second one because he's like dying. So he's like in the garage, and then Pepper comes down the stairs, and she's like talking to him, and they get into like this fight over like the frame, so like that scene, and she's like, "No, you're not gonna take this down," and he takes it down, puts up the Iron Man one, and they get really close, and then he's like, "Are you sick? Can you please put a mask on?" And I was like, "Yo, this is like 5-6 years before pandemic, dude." And he was telling her to put on a mask. So it's even in on our American-made movie to put on a fucking mask if you're sick. So
courtesy. You know what? We're not very courteous people. America,
we sexist shit. I ain't gonna lie. We a third world country.
Yeah, dog.
We're third world.
Who's thriving?
You know how third world country came about? How that terminology came about?
Talk to me.
You know what? I'm gonna fuck this up, so forgive me.
Fuck it up.
We're gonna be canceled anyway.
I was reading about it like a few months ago, and basically it was like first world was us because we were like
industrialized,
and no, but like it was like more about politics and like democracy. It was during the Cold War.
Okay.
And when it was like communists versus like it was Russia versus us, and like the third world country were the countries that didn't have like a pony in the race. So like Africa didn't have like
a military.
No, they had military, but they just weren't involved. Like they didn't give a shit about like communists or like whatever the fuck we are, you know, democracy. They were just like, we don't give a shit, or we're not involved. So they called them the third world country because they weren't involved in one or two.
I like that.
That's kind of how it came about, and I think it just transitioned and it became about like how developed countries are.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's necessarily like
the aspect of it.
Bro, looking at other countries, we're not developed at all.
Bro, no, we're a third world country. God
like,
damn.
It's fucking bad.
I keep seeing like it's like we're a third world country with the Gucci belt. Like that's all we are. And it's fucking facts. Bro.
It's a fake Gucci belt because we owe.
Yeah.
we
owe money to nobody, but we owe it.
Yeah. Some bullshit like that. Yeah, man, it's fucking crazy.
So who would you say has the Gucci belt, like the actual belt?
I don't fucking know.
The actual Gucci belt is gonna be.
Isn't China like ahead of us in a lot of shit? Like they're pretty advanced. You know that they got like. You know what? I'm gonna fuck this up again, but like some Asian country, it might be China, but I think it would make sense that it's fucking China because they're so goddamn big. But they've got like high speed like trains where it could take like a couple hours to get from way the fuck up here to way the fuck down here.
Yeah, shit like in Beijing.
I don't know. I'm not like educated.
I found my Gucci belt per country. It's gonna be between the two, New Zealand and Denmark.
I've heard a lot of nice things about New Zealand
and Denmark.
Actually, one of my professors from like a previous class I took like last year, he was dual citizenship. He was a former military guy. He was born here. He was born in Texas, and he was military. And then he was stationed in New Zealand, and he loved it so much he got his citizenship there. And then he joined the New Zealand military.
Oh, nice.
Oh, shit.
And he has dual citizenship there.
That's cool.
And so do his kids and everything. And he says that he goes there, like he has like home there, and he comes back over here, and he goes back and forth.
I like that.
And he's like, it's just fantastic.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah. So New Zealand during the pandemic, that prime minister, prime ministers. Yeah. She was like, shut it down, shut the shit down now. Everybody go home. Within 2 weeks, everybody was back to fucking barbecues and shit.
They were like living like normal life.
And they're still living a normal life.
Is this the same country that's banned chewing gum?
Shit, I don't know.
I think
maybe.
That's Singapore.
Okay.
Singapore is like it's illegal to like spit your gum out or something like that.
Maybe
on
North
the floor.
Korea
or chew
too.
gum.
Or
chewing gum.
Maybe one or both of the Koreas. I've heard that too though. But yeah, and then Denmark, 4-day work week. The UK is working on a 4-day work week. Fucking
Bro, give me 410s any day.
no, 4 8s.
Oh God.
Let's
And-
go.
And still survive.
I'm over here
And
trying to
still
work more.
survive.
Apparently.
Yeah,
Dude, everyone's freaking on 2 jobs and
dude.
barely surviving.
Spain.
4 hours of sleep.
I just heard one of like some of the people I follow on Twitter, their siesta, like they eat their dinner is like at 10 because of their siesta. You know, like they take a little, like everything shuts the fuck down for an hour.
And they
Everybody
sleep.
like takes if you want to take a nap, take a nap. But they have like the 1 hour after lunch to just shut everything down. Everybody fucking relax. We'll pick it up in an hour.
That's smart. That's how you get like top-notch production out of people.
Yeah.
You treat them
Like humans.
Like fucking yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. But now we want to fucking, build warehouses, trap thousands of people in there, when there's a tornado coming through and getting them trapped, and we want to have them fucking pissing and shitting in bottles and you fucking getting sick and all this other bullshit at like a fucking low cost, and then you still want to raise the prices on Amazon Prime. Man, fuck that guy.
Fuck Amazon.
Yo, shout out to Facebook though for their stocks dropping 26% and losing $232 billion today.
2 day.
Today. And homie lost $31 billion of his net worth.
Bro, that's chump change.
That ain't shit to him, but man, was that good news?
Was that good news?
I mean, poor bastard. I mean, he's still not losing, like, he didn't, like, flinch or nothing, but that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, bro.
I'd be upset though, regardless of the fact. It's 20.
He still has, like,
27.
another $50 billion hiding under his mattress. He's
I'm
gonna be
but
fine. He's gonna make another metaverse.
I'm pretty sure no one likes to hear the fact that you're losing $1 billion.
He got the money, bro. He's part of that 1.001% with billions of dollars. He'll be fine.
If I could just have $1 billion of those dollars.
Dude, if I can just have $100,000, I think I'd.
Bro, if I could just
I'd manage.
buy a goddamn house in this little town. It's not even this a fantastic town we live in. It's okay. It's livable.
It's livable.
But bro, I can't even afford to live here.
Yeah.
I recently saw a post saying that this was the top 10 worst cities to live in.
Yeah, I saw that. 30. It was
30,
top 30.
okay, 30.
Top 30. We were number 30.
Yeah, we were the very last ones.
Hey, I'll take that.
The bottom at the list is good.
Yeah. We're the least worst place to work, to live in.
If we were like top 10, then yeah, I'd worry.
Yeah, bro. It was like, I remember it was like Hemet, San Jacinto, like top 2 and 3 or something like that.
Oh, yeah, fuck
like
that
our
place.
neighboring cities.
Yeah. Fuck that place. I hate that place so much.
San Jacinto?
And Hemet. Working with the kids over there and like dealing with like their districts, their school districts. Oh, man, dude, it's such a headache.
Yeah, I bet.
It's bad.
I feel like that's third world country right there.
That's the third one.
No belts. They're just
No
hanging
Gucci
loose.
belt, fucking.
They don't even got a Gucci.
Can't even afford a belt from Tilly's, bro.
Not even a hot topic
man.
belt.
Let's lighten it up a little bit, though. I mean, I feel like
let's do
we've had some really serious conversations.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I like that, because like
Yeah.
life is serious and like society is
Yeah,
a lot of
course.
serious issues, but let's lighten it up.
Right.
I do want to talk about, because I know we're hitting up that close to that 1.5 hour mark. So
Yeah, let's do it.
I just want to talk about football because the Super Bowl's coming.
Ooh.
But I
what
also-
are the predictions of this?
Oh. Well, what else did you want to talk
we
about?
all excited for a minute.
All right, so if we're going on predictions, my prediction is Rams.
Rams. Let's just
I'm
talk
a
about
full-on
that. We'll go
Rams
from
on
there.
it.
I'm going Rams too.
Not hating on the Bengals, congrats to them.
Yep.
Shit, they haven't been to the Super Bowl, I believe.
I'm going Bengals, bro. Joe Burr, bro.
He's doing
That's
good for
what
his
he's gonna
team,
do
man.
it.
I mean, hey, that's your boy.
He's gonna
That's
do
your
it.
boy.
He's gonna do it. If I could find a jersey on sale online today, I'd buy it. But all that shit sold out. So
Is it really?
yeah, I
Holy
looked it up.
shit.
I looked it up. Like, bro, dude, fucking, I'm gonna go rock a Joe Burrow jersey for fucking Super Bowl. But
Okay.
that shit sold out. So
I will probably be rocking an Odell Beckham jersey, even though he's not in the Giants anymore. But just the fact
It
that
still
he's
works, bro.
on the Rams.
It still works.
I'm
it
not
still
gonna be rocking a
works.
jersey. I'm gonna just be chilling. But Joe Burrow, I'm rooting for him all the way. I wouldn't be mad if the Rams won. But I just don't like seeing California teams thrive.
Yeah. Well, I already
Oh
told
my
you guys
God.
already that like I'm switching over to Cali teams from now on. So
Is that because Brady's out?
Alright, I mean, he didn't die. But like,
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yo, we were talking about that last time too.
No, it's
Fucking,
crazy.
we were like, Brady retired not, and I don't know. I don't remember what y'all. I think y'all said no.
We jinxed it.
Y'all both said no. I don't even know what I said.
Reverse psychology.
I think I was like, well, he was like, contemplating it.
He was one of our 14 listeners, and
he was like,
you know what? I'm gonna.
You know what? Ernie and Riolan, they fucking said I'd come back, so fuck them. I'm gonna retire.
I'm gonna prove them wrong.
He was like, my boys are right.
It's time to go. It's time to go. Why was he listening to his phone like that? Like he was a fucking click. But yeah, dude. I'm going for the Bengals.
Rams.
I think it's cool that like it's gonna be like a home game for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's cool. That.
Like, I think that's it's always like a cool thing when like the home team gets to play at the Super Bowl in their own home stadium. That's dope.
It's like Brady
in Cali
last year.
Yeah, Brady last year.
That's gonna be fun to watch.
That's another thing. If we were like, I'm not trying to get political again, but I kept seeing like, if you could host the Super Bowl, then we're not in a state of emergency. And I'm like, well, you know, I don't disagree with you on that. I know what your intention is. Your intent is to be so fucking like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Let's not fucking be responsible, but like, nah, you're right though.
You're like, ooh, I still got my ticket, still showing up. Sorry.
Y'all know that you're all gonna have 50 people at your party. You know what
I mean? For real. Yeah.
Don't forget to present your COVID card.
Yeah.
Because
it's going to inconvenience you if you don't.
I'm going to give you a mask, and you have to put it on for 30 seconds. And it's going to be an inconvenience, so. I
guess now it's on your phone.
You need to hop on that, bro.
I do. I didn't know it was on the phone.
Chop, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Just take a picture, then it's on your phone.
It really is. There's a QR code on your thing, on your card.
Is there? On the card?
Yeah,
mine's on an app I use for like when I go to the doctors.
Yeah, and you can upload it to the health app.
Like
my chart. You could, yeah, my chart. Yeah. You could link it to your card. And
your wallet.
Your wallet. Yeah. That's a shit. I can't think, bro.
Okay. Oh, like there isn't a QR code.
Oh, he's lying. He's lying.
He's a lying piece of shit. Jinx. Just kidding. We don't do jinx here.
What is this?
Yeah, no. I think I don't know how I did it on my phone.
It's on your My Charts though.
Yeah,
it should be on your My Charts.
If you need help,
that's
I got you.
Okay, now I heard it's on My Charts. Should be on
there. All right.
Speaking of football, you wanted to talk about the Commanders.
Oh, jeez. What's there to talk about?
I don't know. You like the name?
Another fucking racist name.
Is it? No, I don't think it was.
Is their logo up?
No.
Because I know ours isn't.
Ah, dang.
Oh, fuck.
Dang.
I'm just gonna stand up and do the victory dance here.
Oh, fuck.
Why are you emoting over there?
He got him, though. Is their logo up? No, I don't think they got a logo. But neither do we, though.
Like you guys paid so much money for this.
We might as well be a Commander podcast. Nah, I mean,
we're just fucking with you. We love you.
I don't hate the name though. If you don't want to get back to the name.
like I told you guys, I was like, we went from like the colonized Redskins to like the colonizing Commanders. I was like, all right.
You know, I think like the Senators would have sounded cooler, or like the Generals.
Yeah.
Or even the fucking like, I don't know.
The anythings.
The anything else. Commanders is kind of boring, like just kind of like meh.
And very basic.
Very basic.
Like, how do you make a Commander logo? Like, what do you make?
What is a Commander like?
Exactly.
Yeah, it would be like some soldier with the whole. It would be like a military, like, tip off.
But is it a military team?
No.
Exactly. So why?
I mean, it is in Washington.
It's not Washington, D.C.
It is Washington, D.C.
Is it?
Yeah,
They have to be in Washington, D.C.
No, it is. What's wrong with both you guys?
It wouldn't be in the state.
It doesn't sound like it would be in Washington, D.C.
I don't think there's enough people in that state to have a football team. Why
can't they just call themselves the Capitals?
What do you mean Washington?
That's a good one.
They should be the Capitals. That's what the hockey team is. What did you say? There's not enough people in the state of Washington to have a football team?
Yeah. Because it's
Cali. Are you talking about like the Washington state? Like
Like
Seattle
like,
ahead of us, like Seattle Seahawks.
no shit, you're right.
Yeah. How small do you think Washington
like-
is?
Who fucking goes to Washington?
Yeah, it's nice, but it's always cloudy.
Yeah, you're right.
No, but I think they fucked up on their name. They should have called themselves the Capitals.
Dude,
For sure.
anything
else. Commander's kind of boring, but
like
I don't hate it.
they
I
had
don't
a
hate it,
whole
though.
year to come up with a fucking name.
No, 2 years. Come on.
Has it been 2?
Nah.
No way. Really?
It was like a
feel
year
like
and a
it.
half.
No,
I mean, that's still a long time.
It was a long time.
I mean, how long have you been on COVID? I feel like they dropped their name before COVID.
Oh, I have no idea. They were the Washington football team for a while.
Okay, that means start that year.
It had to be at the beginning of this season.
No,
It
it
had
wasn't.
to
It was
be.
before. It was
Holy
definitely
shit, so
before.
they were there for almost 2 years.
I think
Holy
so.
shit.
I would look it up, but I'm lazy.
I don't know. They had the same marketing team that Google has. Like Google has like Gmail and like Google Drive and like something else, and it's all like the same colors but like shifted. So that they have the same squad and they need to get fired ASAP.
For sure.
Absolutely.
You know what? Is it just hard though to come up with a name? Like
No, look how easy I just came up with it. The Commander is fucking
The Capitals.
pick up after like
so like because baseball has a very similar issue, like, or they had a similar experience, where the Cleveland Indians
Oh yeah.
just changed their names to the Cleveland Guardians, and that shit is so boring.
It is boring.
It's just like, bro, what the fuck is, like, I know what a Guardian is, but what the fuck is a Guardian? You know what I
what
mean?
are they guarding?
Like it might as well be there. How many championships have they won?
I don't know. It's been like 60
Not enough
years
for them to be
since
guarded.
they
They're
last
guarding
won.
their losing streak, sir.
They're guarding their they're guarding their goddamn owner's money because that owner doesn't spend any money. But that's a different conversation.
For baseball season.
I mean, if y'all can keep up, because I can get pretty hot with baseball.
I can't. I'm gonna be.
I know
real
y'all
with you.
can't. And so,
I can barely keep up with. NFL.
I don't even.
I barely started liking baseball, so
I don't even like talking baseball. Like no offense, like casuals or like below casuals.
Yeah.
I hate it because like I'm pretty passionate about baseball and I can talk like really in depth about it.
I
like,
get it.
Like
'Cause that's like
if
me
it was
with
like
UFC.
like if it was another language, that's what it sounds like, and I can speak to baseball that way. So when people try to talk to me about like baseball,
It bores you.
It doesn't bore me. It almost like makes me cringe.
Yeah, because we can't keep.
And
up.
I don't want to like sound like fucking snooty or anything like that, but like I just rather not talk about it.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
I mean,
just
I
rather
agree
not
with
talk
you.
about it.
I agree with you.
So I just don't talk about baseball with anybody.
Yeah. I mean, like we have this common ground of like football, so that's where we
it's
go.
kind of depressing, but
Like no one talks with you. Like you're not gonna see any of us talking with you about like football, soccer,
Yeah.
or you guys with me in like MMA.
wait,
Soccer.
football,
This son of a
soccer.
bitch.
Oh, I mean, not like violent.
You know what's crazy though is I call that football, and then I call
Football.
soccer like just soccer, and then I call see, that's what I was gonna say. I call American football. I don't call it football.
Oh, you do.
So I
You
call
say
it
American
I say
football?
American football. Then I say
Why
soccer
don't you call it European football?
because it's
It's
not
not
European. So then I say football.
That was gross. Sorry, guys.
No,
That
you're
was
good,
really
dude. I've
gross.
been like seriously like burping like crazy, and I only have like half a cup of Pepsi just to like wash down my meal. I've been still burping. Anyway, I don't even think I use soccer.
So whenever you say football, do you say like with the accent, like football?
Football.
I say football,
Football.
and sometimes I'll say football, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no wait, no,
No.
football,"
Football.
and they're like, "Oh, gotcha."
Maybe if I say baseball, will you like? Well, let's talk baseball.
I'd be like, I don't think they have a squad out there.
No, Mexico has a squad.
Do they?
Yeah, Tomateros.
Oh yeah, you're right.
There is a
You're
Mexican
right.
baseball league,
There's a league, yeah.
That's
There is.
right.
and they also have a national team.
So they're squatting up out there.
Baseball is worldwide. It's just not very
Popular.
popular.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not a very popular sport.
That's true.
Baseball's dying, is what they say. And
Is it really though?
I don't think so. People will say that, but people are like, "Oh, I don't want to sit through a 3-hour plus game." And blah blah blah. It's because your simple mind can't deal with it.
You can't be there.
You
It's
can't
not
deal-
for you.
You can't deal with the complexities of the game.
Ooh, I like that.
It's all it is. You're just a simpleton. No offense, boys.
I mean, I still go to a Dodger game and I'm like, I'm good.
You know, I think
I'm good
I
here.
think this last season I gotten better with just watching 3-hour games on TV. It's not the same as going live, but I still watch it.
Watched so much baseball this year.
Nice,
I paid
dude.
for that baseball package, like their MLB TV.
MLB.
I paid for that, and goddamn, I might have watched like 100 games.
Oof.
And it
Nice.
helped. It helped.
How many
that I was
hours do you
home.
think you spent in a day?
Like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, depending on how long the game was.
Okay, because see, like I bought the UFC pass, and that shit comes with like fucking mixed martial arts from like every day.
Yeah, like different, like shit that you're probably not even interested in.
Exactly. I mean, I spent probably like 6 hours one day on that shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just me, and that's just we're just.
I don't think I've paid for any sports package.
And you know what? I've done it before, and I like the very first time I bought the baseball like TV, like MLB TV, I might have watched like 2 games. That was like a waste of like my money. A huge waste.
Can I ask you guys for a favor? If you guys come up on like a football package, let me know. But like European football,
I'm
not
pretty
some
sure they
like
have MLS.
if they got some like
Like, you
MLS
want, like,
bullshit
Premier League?
or like Premier League. Right now the FA Cup is on Premier League, Serie A, fucking all
Dude,
those
there's
other
packages
ones.
for everything nowadays.
The German Cup, what is that, Bundesliga? Fuck
You lost
me up with that.
You lost me at Liga.
That shit goes
Bundesliga.
hard.
Bundesliga.
They got good teams, man.
I've
I don't
seen
watch.
teams.
I'm familiar with teams and the sport because of the game,
Mm.
and so at least like before like 2 years ago, I was like trying to keep up with like the League 2 and like players and like movement and stuff like that. Because I know like these fuckers like move around like a do-si-do, bro.
Like homie, yo, I was watching a game. I don't know how long ago this was, but homie like had a cardiac arrest in the middle of the game.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Was it
shit was
recent?
nuts. I'm trying to remember when. It wasn't recent, but
this was like maybe like within the last year.
Okay.
yeah,
It was definitely within like the last 12 months.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
He didn't like basically die on the field,
he died on the field. Yeah,
and they like revived him.
yeah, off the
something,
field.
something like that.
That's crazy.
Fucking crazy. Like these dudes at the peak of their fucking like shape and the physical health and the
Cardiac arrest.
Just
Nuts.
something like that to happen. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like I think I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack at my physical state and my endurance and my athleticism. And this motherfucker runs like 10 miles per game.
And here I am.
And he
sucking
still got
down
one.
Glizzies and soda and shit.
And he still got a heart attack. So I need to find this middle ground.
underlying condition, man. They clearly like slipped under the table. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
For sure, dude. That's crazy. That is crazy.
I mean, maybe it's all those, I don't know, balls to the head.
I mean, maybe, I don't know.
You've taken a lot of balls to your head. Like
Fuck you, take it to your face.
your face is on your head too.
My face ain't fucked up. No.
Maybe not balls, but like how many shots have you taken to the head?
I don't know.
It's like bukkake.
How many shots have my head done? Oh, this just turns south.
Oh man, I want to wrap this up with one final question.
Talk to me.
It was your question, man.
Oh, one of my questions.
Yeah, your last one.
All right, which one do you guys want to roll with?
We can roll with both, actually. But
You wanna roll
I got
with
an, I got an answer for the last question.
All right.
Because you said, I'll just come up. I'll just tell you what your question was.
Talk to me.
See if I got it right.
Uh-huh.
It was what's something that non-sexual that you get pleasure out of, basically,
Yeah,
right?
best non-sexual.
Non-sexual pleasure.
Go for it.
And go for it, Ernie.
I'm a fat boy at heart. I'm
We're
a
all
food
fat
addict.
boys. Absolutely.
My addiction and my pleasure is eating. Good tacos.
Right.
Good tacos.
You told us that, and I was like, oh, you know what? I've done that.
With horchata. Don't
With
forget
horchata,
that
yeah, I
piece.
cannot forget
Or-
that boy. Or some piña water.
Or a fucking bottled Coke.
Oh man, it has to be the Mexican.
Yeah, the
Coke.
Mexican bottled Coke. Like the glass bottle. That shit sometimes just fucking hits, and it does make your eyes roll back.
It does.
For sure. I've had that experience.
So that is my guilty pleasure.
I'm
Non-sexual.
gonna use that as a segue to say the horchata that we would get at
AM,
8 p.m.
PM. Oh.
after a fucking show.
I don't relate. I didn't do that.
I think you had just missed it because
I don't think I ever went to shows with you.
Oh, it's all good. Next time.
I don't think there'll be a next time.
Probably not, but let's just say next time. Let's keep
For sure.
some sort of faith and hope.
Yeah, the future plan.
Future plan.
Well, I mean, I don't want to tell you guys because I want you guys to be surprised. But y'all ever take like the fattest dump, and it just and that shit just fucking like it leaves you with goosebumps.
That's technically a.
I will.
I knew your bitch ass was gonna say that. You're like, well, that's taking it up the ass technically.
Bro, that's exit only. All right.
Exactly. Different.
All right.
Rules of the bedroom. Assholes are exit only. Anyway.
Ernie missed the memo.
The fact that he knew, though. The fact that he knew I was going to make a comment.
I knew for sure. I'm like, how is Ernie going to make this into like a gay joke? How? And
here we go. Why do you got to be gay?
Yo, speaking of gay joke. The other day, I was hanging out with a friend who is gay. And he says like some really gay shit. And I was like, dude, I'm not homophobic. But that was seriously like the gayest shit I've ever heard. And this is why, like, I'm not in the fucking business of making jokes, but I love making jokes. This motherfucker was like, dude, that was a really good joke. I was like, tell your friends about me. Actually, don't tell your friends about me. So, yeah, I mean, just to, like, bring it full circle, that's why we fucking make the jokes. We make everybody laugh.
That's right.
harmless jokes.
Harmless jokes.
So what's
And I did lead up with, I'm not homophobic, but...
Does that
was
really
some gay
does,
shit.
Does that mean anything? Yeah, I'm not
That's
racist, but
that's like the no offense. With all due respect, you ain't shit. Oh man.
yeah,
But yeah, that was
big. It's not just like any dump. It's like going to be a one of those satisfying ones.
Can I one up you and
please do so.
And
I
say
feel like I
the
one up
fat
Ernie.
dump, and then you go to clean, and it's like clean already. Woo! Boy!
Bro, that's like
that shit
a
didn't even
S
touch
tier.
your butt cheek.
It didn't even touch nothing, and you still waste the toilet paper because you a clean motherfucker. So you clean, and
dude.
you're just like, huh? Just look at that.
S tier pleasure.
Let me take a picture. Babe, check this out.
What is it
Bam.
called? The Phantom.
the phantom
turd. Yeah.
And then I'm like, baby, I swear, open this picture. It's not a dick pic. I swear. just look at it.
Man, that's a good one. I like it. I like it a lot.
So yeah. I just wanted
That's your
Add to those comments there.
pleasure?
to not fuck no. Dude, I have so many. I thought about this
He's
and
got
I
a
was
whole list.
like,
He's got a whole
and I was
list.
like, all right, let's.
I see a lot of words on
You
your
see,
screen.
you see,
I
you
do
see
a
my
lot of
notes
words.
right now.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
bro,
All right,
that's a
ready?
lot.
Just say yes or no.
It's a goddamn essay.
Just say yes or no. Ready?
Oh, we want us to answer these?
Yeah,
Are
because
you-
these are mine.
Your pleasures.
My non-sexual pleasures.
Okay, go.
So you have a lot of them. Interesting. Let's
All right,
go.
ready?
Does pleading the fifth count?
Yes. You can say no comment.
Okay,
It's cool.
okay,
It's
but
cool.
that means
It's
yes
cool.
usually, right?
No, that means like
Or don't relate?
don't relate. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
for sure.
All right, ready?
I'm sorry, I won't interrupt you.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Go.
Cool. Crunchy leaf.
What does that mean?
When you step on the crunchy leaf and you goes, you
Nah,
don't go.
Doesn't.
Hey.
All right. All right. This is actually for the ladies, if we have any lady listeners. So
We don't.
ask your ladies later. Is this a non-sexual pleasure? When you tell me take off my bra at the end of the day, and scratch like that.
That line of
That
bras
under the strap area, and you're like helping her scratch that. Non-sexual pleasure. Ask your girls that later. Let me know.
I'm pretty sure
Don't
I
let
could
me-
answer for her. I'm pretty
Go
sure
for it,
that was
go
a
for it.
yes.
That's a yes,
I
right?
think just taking off the bra might be enough to fucking roll their eye back.
I mean, yeah. And
Because
then
I mean, if you ever hear them, you like take off their bra and they're like, and then you
that
scratch
part,
them,
and
they're
then you
like, oh my
scratch
God.
that strap area and that relief, and you just
Yeah, I never thought about it.
segue back scratches.
Butt scratcher?
Non-sexual
Family guy.
non-sexual pleasure.
Doesn't quite do it for me.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
So
back
you-
scratches
it's
is
just
back
the back-
scratches.
really?
Yeah, it's just a
Huh.
back scratch.
Doesn't do it for you.
No, I don't even own one.
I'm gonna venture to say, when my wife scratches my back and doesn't complain like 30 seconds later that her hand hurts, and that I'm like, girl, I'll put another baby in you. Stop fucking with me. All right.
Now she knows the trick to the next baby.
I know, right?
Ooh,
All right, we're not all supposed to do it, but the Q-tip. Cleaning your ear
The Q-tip.
with the Q-tip.
Man,
That's
topic
some
for another day.
That's some like fifth dimensional shit right there.
Sometimes
for you.
it's kind of like those dumps. You know what I mean? It doesn't They don't always satisfy. But like when you just like that
When
one
you
that
hit
just
that
hits.
spot.
Yeah, you hit the G spot in the ear for sure, bro.
Yeah.
And it's not even the spot. I'm pretty sure it's like an ear, like a hair or something that you just tickle.
Probably. I'm probably hitting like my eardrum or something. I don't know. A hearty laugh. Like you just can't breathe anymore. And when you're done with that, you're just like, wow.
You feel like you're like a weight
relieved.
lifted off your chest.
Like I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I'll one up you. A good cry.
Oh,
Don't make me cry.
Bro,
Wow.
a good cry. You never after a good cry, you're just like, oh, I feel like a new man.
I feel science behind a good cry though, behind any cry in general, it literally releases hormones and neurotransmitters that relieve you. So if you're trying to hold in a cry, don't. Just cry, let it out.
That's
so
why
you
it
can
hurts.
feel better. That's probably why it hurts.
Yeah.
To hold in a cry.
Holding a cry hurts sometimes, man.
Yeah.
I've done that.
So if you see somebody ugly crying, just let them. Just let them. If you see the mocos, just let them. They'll feel better after.
Oh, damn, hormones coming down.
You're releasing your hormone a little too much.
Look, nasty ass. Compose yourself. This is America. We don't cry. Water being stuck in your ear and the warm liquid coming out.
No, that feels
That's
terrible.
gross, no.
Really?
Yeah.
And just like, and then
Negative.
it just,
It's annoying in there.
It's so annoying. Yeah,
it's annoying.
I find that like,
it's annoying.
yeah,
Nice. I just wanted to know.
interesting. You got some weird ones, man.
Plans being canceled when you didn't want to go.
That's great, but not for like pleasure.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I make plans to cancel them so I can feel the pleasure.
Is it pleasurable then?
like I was texting y'all. I was like, yo, dog, I'm just gonna be late. And he was like, I sent a call off. And I was like, bitch, don't test me. It's cold out.
I know you too well.
I will send a link, my brother, and do a 40-minute session. Oh, just kidding, guys. Not really. You guys gone to school, right? A little bit.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
Shit, I hope we're
So-
educated.
Been there.
Final projects. Any final projects? That you
Last minute.
Last minute, maybe.
Talking about last minute.
Last minute ones, and you finally turn it in, and you're just like,
That relief.
and you start closing all the fucking tabs that you had open.
Oh, okay, you mean like school, like college.
No, all I had to fucking do is just draw. That's
Well,
all I
aren't
do
you
the
lucky?
work.
For me, it was like my final assignment ever. And I was like, I'm not going to do this ever again. Knowing full well I was still going to pass the class whether I bombed this assignment or not.
That's always a good one.
And I was like, I'm still going to have an A if
Oh,
I get a
really?
0
Nice.
on this. And I still turn it in, and that's my last thing to do.
I can somewhat relate to that, but not fully.
Yeah, not sexual pleasure.
Nice.
I actually have that moment recorded. Getting into bed knowing you don't have anything to do the next day, and you can just stay in the bed in between them sheets.
No.
Not quite. I mean, I guess I don't have the same.
I got kids. She goes to work in the morning. I gotta be up.
Even on your days off?
Even on my days off.
My routine's the same, man. So I don't gotta go do anything the next day, anyways. So maybe that's why.
Yeah. Wait till you get back to work and you're just like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
for
I feel that
sure.
now. We'll revisit this conversation.
Yeah, maybe in like a month.
Financial stability.
Not there yet quite.
I'm not there yet, but I kind of am tasting it.
I have kind
It
of
feels good.
Yeah.
I have kind of felt that. I have had like the feeling of like having money in the bank and not
Having to worry about
that
it,
like, how am I gonna pay this bill or I'm gonna be check to check.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not there at the moment.
Yeah,
So-
but you had the taste
I
though.
had just a little like sip of it,
Mm,
but I didn't have my own place and this and that, so it just doesn't feel quite the same.
yeah,
I don't have like full independence,
yeah.
so it
Right.
doesn't quite feel
Right now, it's just me and my wife and the kids in the house. So like having all the bills paid and still having a little bit of money over, like $300-400 left over for like
That's
entertainment or like whatever, that shit feels good. So I mean, I may or may not make it to the next paycheck, but at least I have that like money left over after bills. Like the bills didn't completely drain me out.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fucked up, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's California right there. So
No,
why
I
it
don't
can't be
think- I
like
don't
New
even-
Zealand?
I don't think it's California. I think that's an America thing.
It's completely an American thing. Because I still don't think if I moved to the middle of the country, I'd still be at the same, same place.
You might do better. You might be better off, but I don't think it's like enough.
Yeah.
Like that American dream and that like that whole like
That shit is gone.
the idea of like being able to, you can't work a regular ass job and provide for your family like you could in like the 50s, 60s, and whatever the fuck. I don't know how long it's been. And like
The American dream is over.
like now you need
That
like
shit's dead
you need a
completely.
goddamn like master's degree for like an entry level job, and that shit is bullshit if you ask me. But that's just me.
Dude, can I just say, like, I went from making $24,000 a year to now making $52,000 a year, and I'm still not making it.
Still struggling,
And
right?
I'm still like, babe, like right now, I'm not stressed about money, and I'm like, okay, when do I get paid again? Okay. We're gonna be good. You know? And that still fucking sucks. At 52. And now at 24, I was like, motherfucker, wait till I can make more money.
Wait till I can crack 50,000.
Wait till I fucking get there. And I got there and I was like, how is it still not enough?
It's not, bro.
I'm making more money and I'm still not.
Where does it go?
I don't fucking know.
A household, I tried doing the math, and my math is very flawed, so like it is very wrong. But in like the simplest way, I tried to like figure out how much like a household needs to sustain itself.
Mm-hmm.
And like y'all need to be making like 6 digits minimum.
Minimum, dude.
Like if you're making under 6 digits, you can make it. Like you can't not make it. You're gonna be fine, but you don't get to like there's no extra like
going to
saving.
games,
There's-
going to
doing
like Dodger
things, yeah.
games, fucking
But then,
going
like-
to the movies.
But then like when like you're like, and I'm going off topic a little bit, but like then you get like these people who are just like, well, how are you spending your money? Well, why are you going to the fucking the club or this game or the fucking? It's like, bitch, I work.
Mm-hmm.
So
You know, the
I
people
need
that
to
say that-
enjoy my goddamn money. I can't just fucking make it and give it back.
People that say that are most likely in your position, but they're unstable as well.
I mean, possibly, but then there's also people who don't know that fucking struggle.
Yeah. I mean, like, and I get what you're saying, but is it like, this goes back to, like, what I was saying, like, we need to fucking band together, right? Like, if we're in the same position, why the fuck am I be like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Why are you shaming?
Why are you, yeah, like, I'm shaming you on, like, how you spend your money. Where's that gonna get us? Fucking nowhere.
Let's put our money together. I'm just kidding.
Too far. No, actually, I actually know some families that they do like this like money pot thing. So like, let's say for example,
Triangle scheme?
Nah,
Pyramid
it's better than that.
Pyramid scheme?
No, so you put in 100, you put in 100, I put in 100,
And then I take the 100.
and then no, you take the 200 or 300 in total this week.
That's a fucking pyramid.
And then next week we do the same thing, and then I take the 300, and then we do it again, repeat, and you get the 300.
Yeah, but
So
there's
we
gonna
all
be that
take
one week.
turns of getting like this large sum of money each week
Or
every other week.
I can pretend I'm going to give you 100. And
Don't
then
see it
one
till the
week.
next paycheck.
Exactly. And then I can just save $300 and by the end of 3 weeks.
I mean, however you want to spend your money.
Yeah, I
but
suppose.
Where you're still gonna put 100 next week.
I feel like that causes more issues because what if there's that one week where you're just like really tight on money and you're just like, fuck, I gotta put it in this big ass pot, and I'm
Well,
not
I
gonna
mean
get
that's how those families work, and
That's
it'll
interesting.
it'll be like not just like you. It would be like you and Dre, and like you and Aubrey. So like you guys would put like your 50, her 50, your 50, and it goes like that. And like there's enough families where it's like $1,200 like every week, and they're all like putting in like, all right, dude, like this month you get the 1,200, next month we'll do the, or they'll do like week by week or month by month.
Interesting.
Issues, man. I see issues on that.
But and yeah, we see issues in it, but that community is that
if it
tight
works for them, then good for them.
Yeah, like that community is that tight where it's like, dude, we need community, we need each other to survive, or else this is just not gonna happen.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wouldn't probably. I'm just knocking it before I'm trying it, but probably wouldn't work for me. But
yeah,
because I don't know.
I mean, like it's just a concept.
It's
I mean, people can do it, and it may not be for us.
How do you handle your money? Do you just put it in the bank account and you're just like, if I don't see it, I don't have it, even though it's in the bank account? Or are you just like, I need to pull it all out and know how much money I have?
I mean, I just do like, all right, how much do I have for the bills? This is it. Okay, cool. Let's keep it moving.
I used to do that. Not all of it. I would like pull out a. Like if I need something that had to be like, okay, this is gonna get taken out on this day, so I need to have at least that there. The rest I'm gonna take out so that I can pay cash and I can see what I'm buying instead of just like swiping my card all the time. But then I just realized that like eventually it just didn't it didn't matter. You know what I mean? I was swiping my card anyways, and I mean I don't know.
For me, it's hey, this is what we have for this week. This is what we have for like next paycheck. Let's work with it. Okay, bills are coming up. Okay, that is gonna go to here. That's gonna go to here, and we're gonna have this much left. Let's work with it. That's that's how we work. Okay, babe, that's how much we have in our bank account. What do you need this week? Talk to me. I got you. All right, let's work with it.
You guys have dual bank accounts?
Yeah.
You guys don't have separate bank accounts?
Well, it's separate bank account, but
there's like a mutual, there's like a co.
Like
you guys have 3 banks.
We have 2 different banks. So we're both Chase, but
2 different accounts.
2 different accounts, right?
And there's an account or like a joint account for both you guys.
No,
it's just like so you handle your shit and she handles her shit. But
y'all, like,
when it comes to like putting like when we gotta pay shit, you guys like put the money together.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
We did that at one point where it was just like one bank account for both of us, and it just didn't work out for us. So now the dual bank just works perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, we tried that, and
no, I never did that.
Trust me, we tried, and like I was like, baby,
you spend too much.
You kind of suck with money management, so let me handle that. Let me do this.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, we don't even tell each other like how much money we got. Like it's just like, you got money for this? Yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You got it? No, you don't need help? No, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. And I mean, that's kind of how we are too.
I don't know what's in that bank account. She don't know what's in mine, unless I tell her, and I do. I'm not like secretive about it. You know, I tell her, I got this much left. Like I need this, or I can help here, or whatever it is. I usually try to like use like thresholds, like okay, like I'm at this number, like I don't want to get below it, so like we gotta like budget here, or we gotta do this, or like shit like that. Like I look at a number, I'm like, okay, don't get below that number.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That way I'm not like fucking by the end of like fucking pushing it like a couple $100 here, a couple 50s there.
Dude, there was one time where, I mean, like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve and I'm transparent. I really don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
There was one time where we had like $20 in the bank. And, like, there was an auto pay, dude. And, like, we had, like, 3 days left before, like, payday. And that shit overdrafted. And we were just like, fuck. I have an empty gas tank and I still got to make it to work in these next 2 days. And I work in, like, Hemet and San Jacinto. And I was like, all right, how are we going to do this? And we fight. I don't know how the fuck
whose
we made
dick
it.
Do I gotta suck now?
I know, for real. I was like, man, that person's not gonna shower on purpose.
And honestly, that's fucking rough. Isn't it a bitch that like,
dude? It's a
bitch.
You lose. You have no more money, and they charge you for not having no more money.
Yep.
Like, bitch, I already got no money. What are you doing?
Mad disrespect. And I felt it, dude. I was like,
huge. I one time, because you can, like, if you get overdrafted, if you go that same day to put money in, they'll waive it. At least Chase does. And one time, like, it was like a long time ago. I was like probably like 19, maybe 20, and like I was struggling with the like trying to get work, and I had money, and I think like the only thing I had was like a fucking Netflix account or something, and I got charged, and I was like, fuck. I was like, I forgot. I only had like a few bucks in there. They charged me, like they took the rest, and then I got charged that overdraft, and I was like, fuck. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So I just like went to my mom, like, Mom, I need to borrow like $20.
Yeah.
Like, I'll pay you back when I get money. Yeah. Like, I need $20, so I don't gotta pay these extra fees, because they charge you daily, right? Like daily, like some overdraft fees.
Some banks.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even know, dude.
I don't know either. I thought it was daily.
My bank have Bank of America, and they charge $60.
Oh
God
damn! I thought it was like I mean, the last time I got, it was like
Chase
35.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think Chase is 35. But I think that's where it stays. I don't think. I mean,
I could be wrong.
I get to the problem immediately, so I don't know after that.
Yeah,
that
sure.
It sucks, dude.
That's fucking crazy, dude. God damn America, bro. You got no money, they're gonna fucking tack onto that bitch.
Yeah,
they don't give a shit.
And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was gonna ask the question of what has gotten more complicated as we've gotten older, but I think we answered that question.
Life.
Yeah, life. It's weird, dude, how, like, we're, like, teens, and we're just like, oh, this shit's fucking easy. You know? Like, Mom, Dad, just fucking be a rock star already. Like, what the fuck's the matter with you?
Be a goddamn rock star.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, create something, goddammit. Be a millionaire already. And then here we are, it's like, ooh.
You relate?
I do.
You thought the same thing? Mom and Dad be a rock star?
No, not so much. But, I mean, my dad's a big gambler into, like, the lotto. So I was always like, fuck, like, come on. Just
win already.
Win, yeah, exactly. So many damn years in this place, and you're buying a lotto ticket every week.
Yeah.
I'm just saying one.
I used to tell my mom, like, she still does, but not very much. But they used to buy, like, weekly, like, spend $5-10 here, $5-10 there, every week. And I'd be like, you could just put $5 on my hand, and I'll tell you lost. And she's like, shut up, Chris. You need to have faith. You need to be positive. Blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm just saying, I could have had $50 by now. So I'm just saying.
I always tell him whenever I see them doing it, I was like, dude, you can make a pot. Just drop the money in a container or something, and by the end of the year, you're gonna have like $100, $200, whatever you waste.
You win.
Yeah,
for sure. No, I don't tell them anymore. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, cause I mean, to me, like, money's been kind of like, I try not to stress about money anymore, but like, money is like $5-10. Like, who gives a shit? Like, I mean, there's people that $5-10 will help them, but I mean, at least for me, like, I'm at the point where like $5-10, like, if someone else needs it more than me, or if someone else wants to spend it differently, like, I don't care.
Dude, I used to work at a restaurant, and they would tip me like $2, and I would just fucking be like, you need that more than I do, sir. And I just keep
tell
pushing,
them?
yeah.
Oh shit,
yeah.
That's funny.
And it wasn't just that was just like our culture in that restaurant. Like, $5, motherfucker. Like, you asked me for all this shit, and you gave me $5. There you go, player.
And now it's like, fuck, I need those $5.
No, I mean, I don't know, man. I probably would still go back to that like culture of like, I'm good, dog. Here you go, player. Like, go spend that in the machines or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if you're gonna be stingy, just fucking keep it.
No, take those $2 for me. They're my $2. Go gamble it.
Yeah,
you multiply that money, bring it back.
Yeah, dude. So that's how that was.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's just. I mean, I never wanted to grow up. As a kid, I was like, fuck that. Teenage years came, and I was like, nope, don't want to grow up. I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to be an adult. Fuck that.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I never wanted to. I remember, like, growing up, like, my cousins were like, oh, man, I can't wait to be an adult. I can drive, I can drink, I can do this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I see my parents struggling. I'm good. Like, I want to embrace this as long as I can. And that's why I've never grown up. I'm just kidding.
I think that what you're saying, I think what I thought of as what adulthood would be is, like, traveling. Because, like, between, like, our family, my dad would literally take us to Santa Monica so fucking much that we're just like, dude, we're gonna go to Santa Monica again? Oh my God. But, like, we still had, like, family come from, like, Utah and like Mexico, and they're like, dude, Santa Monica, and I'm like, you don't even know, dog.
Cringe.
Like, yeah, Santa Monica Beach. Ooh.
Santa Monica.
Like, I can take you to somewhere like way better, like
You
3-4
fucking
miles
lie.
down.
You
like
lie.
we can fucking do that.
You're
and
taking
then-
me to Santa Monica to go.
We went to Venice Beach, bitch. But anyway,
That's your 3-4 miles.
we did that whole boardwalk. But yeah, I was like, ugh. All right, fine. I'll do it. I'll do it for your experience, you know.
Yeah.
But that's all that I wanted for my adulthood, and
Travel.
that became like super complicated because I was like, oh shit, $500 for like 3 days in the hotel. God damn. No, I'm good. Oh, gas money. Oh shit.
I can go home. That's cool.
Yeah, no, sleep. Y'all want to sleep in the car? Let's just get a bigger car. And I was like, man, like I don't want to put miles on my car. Let me rent a car. That's expensive too. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, I told one of my family members, I think it was my uncle. I was like, dude, like give me like 2 years. I'm gonna go to Japan. He dead ass laughed at me. He's like, yeah, I had those plans too. I was like, you fucking asshole. All right.
How'd that work out?
We haven't gone. So, yeah. He laughed accordingly.
Is he still laughing at you?
He most likely is.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
I know.
Until that day,
Until that day.
we'll make it out.
Yeah.
You know when this shit pops off, when it becomes just Carlos listening to fucking hundreds, maybe, hopefully one day and more, bro, you're going to Japan.
Fuck yeah.
You're going.
We're going to
We're-
Japan. We're taking
going-
the show to Japan.
We're taking our families, bro. Let's fucking
I don't know what I'm
do
gonna
it.
eat out there, but we're going to Japan.
Yo, I hear they got, like, ramen vending machines, bro.
I heard the vending machines are actually like real food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, like, less than $5. I think homie said, like, $2.50 American dollars
Yeah. I believe it.
for a bowl of
I
ramen
believe it.
off of a vending machine.
I believe it.
That's dope.
I wouldn't mind visiting Japan. I'm just afraid of what to eat because I'm kind of a picky eater.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't like seafood and fish and stuff like that.
Mm.
So like, I'm already limited.
Yeah, like 80% of the
Yeah.
They
cuisine.
got rice out there. They got chicken.
Yeah, bro. If they got some fucking chicken tenders, I got that, man.
They
Let's
got
go,
KFCs.
baby.
They got McDonald's out there. Come
Let's
on,
go,
chicken.
baby.
They're Americanized out there now.
Chicken strips and some fries.
Let's go.
Yo, y'all got some hot dogs?
You got
I'm
burger?
pretty sure they got street vendors out there with
Got
the
some
hot dogs.
fucking like relish. You pass by like one of the street vendors and you're just like, is this LA dogs? What's going on right
What
here?
we got here?
Y'all didn't wrap that with bacon?
LA
What's the
has
matter with you?
LA has Tokyo Town. They got fucking Mexican Town.
That is funny.
Like we got the best enchilada. No, you don't.
Bitch.
No, you don't.
No.
Damn. Y'all want to wrap this up? I think we've been.
Heck yeah.
We've
You
been
guys want to?
A little bit.
Yeah, let's do it. Hey,
That's-
152,
Yeah.
153.
Let's go.
Wow.
Y'all in it for a long one.
That's what she said.
Hey, not from us though. Hey-o. Zinger. All right.
let me close this out.
Oh,
Ready?
he's got to close. He's
He's
got
an opener and a closer.
opener and closer.
That's what I do, baby. I'm just kidding. No, I don't. This has been an episode of.
Got ASMR over here.
I know. This has been an episode of My Boys podcast, episode 3. Thank you for listening. I'm your host, Riolin.
And I'm Chris.
And I'm earning.
Bye, bitch.
Bye.